Have you ever felt like you are running a marathon through deep water, where every single step forward requires an exhausting amount of effort? We have been conditioned to believe that growth must be slow, painful, and earned through years of relentless struggle and sacrifice. But what if I told you that this slow-motion reality is actually an illusion created by a limited state of human consciousness? Today, we are going to break that old paradigm and explore how life can become a series of effortless, instantaneous leaps. The universe does not operate on a linear timeline of hardship. It operates through the vibrant and immediate exchange of pure, limitless energy. When we look at the quantum level, we see that particles don't struggle to move, they simply transition into new states of being in the blink of an eye. You are made of that same stardust, that same divine intelligence that knows how to manifest change without the need for friction. It is time to stop viewing your life as a heavy burden and start seeing it as a playground of light. The awakening is the precise moment you realize that you are not a victim of your circumstances, but the conscious architect of your own energetic field. Many of us spend decades waiting for the right time or for external conditions to improve before we allow ourselves to truly be happy or successful. This waiting is a trap that keeps your vibration anchored in a reality of lack and perpetual delay. True awakening happens when you decide to stop waiting for the world to change and start changing your internal frequency. Imagine if you could bypass the years of trial and error and simply tune in to the version of yourself that is already whole and fulfilled. This is not a fairy tale or a metaphor. It is the fundamental mechanics of how the quantum field responds to a focused and awakened mind. Life only feels slow and difficult when we are out of alignment with our true essence, fighting against the natural current of the cosmos. Once you align, the resistance disappears, and the path ahead clears as if by some invisible, mystical force. We are entering an era where the old rules of work hard to survive are being replaced by the new laws of vibrate high to thrive. You were not born to spend your entire existence merely surviving the day-to-day grind or settling for the crumbs of your true potential. There is a higher intelligence within you that is begging to be activated, ready to propel you into a reality you once thought was impossible. This shift doesn't require more time. It requires a radical and courageous expansion of your awareness. The concept of the quantum leap is your invitation to exit the slow lane of traditional existence and enter the fast track of spiritual evolution. While others are still trying to figure out the how through logic and physical labor, you will be mastering the why through intention and spirit. This transition is often described as a sudden click in the soul, where the weight of the world suddenly feels light and manageable. You are essentially upgrading your internal operating system to handle a much more beautiful and complex reality. In this video, we are going to peel back the layers of societal programming that told you life had to be a constant, uphill battle for every gain. We will explore how to access the zero-point field, where time and space collapse, allowing your intentions to manifest with breathtaking speed and precision. This is the end of the long, arduous road and the beginning of a journey characterized by synchronicity, magic, and grace. Your soul is ready to fly, so why are you still insisting on walking through the mud of old beliefs? Prepare yourself to let go of the slow and steady mantra that has kept your dreams on a permanent hold for far too long. We are about to dive deep into the mechanics of the soul and the science of the miraculous to show you the shortcut to your destiny. By the end of this session, you will understand that a new reality is not something you build. It is something you finally allow yourself to see. Welcome to the awakening. Your quantum jump into a life of ease and abundance starts right here, right now. To truly understand the power of a quantum leap, we must first look at the incredible building blocks of your physical body. Although you feel solid and heavy, science reveals that you are actually a swirling collection of billions of tiny atoms. These atoms are not solid balls of matter, but are composed of 99.999% empty space, which is actually filled with pure energy. When you realize that you are more space and energy than you are stuff, the idea of shifting your reality becomes much easier. You are not a fixed object. You are a dynamic, vibrating field of infinite potential moving through time. Within these atoms, subatomic particles like electrons don't move from point A to point B in a straight, predictable line like a car. Instead, they perform what physicists call a quantum leap, disappearing from one orbit and instantly reappearing in another higher energy state. There is no travel time, no middle ground, and no process involved in this miraculous transition from one level to the next. This means that at the very core of your being, your fundamental parts are already designed to jump across dimensions. Your biology is literally programmed for instantaneous transformation, rather than the slow, grinding change we are taught to expect. Everything in the universe, including your thoughts, your emotions, and your physical body, vibrates at a specific measurable frequency or rate. When you are in a state of fear or doubt, your energy vibrates slowly, making your life feel heavy, dense, and difficult to move. However, when you shift your internal state to love, joy, or certainty, your frequency rises, and your atoms begin to dance with more light. This shift in vibration is what allows you to sync up with a higher reality that was previously invisible to you. You aren't creating a new world, you are simply changing your channel to match the world you want. If we look at the world through a quantum lens, we see that matter is simply slowed down energy that has become visible to our five senses. This means that the solid walls of your current limitations are actually just energy patterns that have been hardened by your repetitive thoughts. If you can change the energetic signature of your consciousness, the physical matter of your life must eventually rearrange itself to match. You are like a sculptor who has realized that the stone is actually made of soft clay, waiting for a new shape. The science of the leap is the science of remembering your power to influence the invisible field around you. One of the most mind-blowing discoveries in quantum physics is the observer effect, which proves that particles behave differently when they are being watched. This implies that your focused attention acts as a catalyst, forcing the wave of infinite possibilities to collapse into a single physical event. When you stop looking at your problems and start focusing on your desired outcome, you are literally forcing the universe to change. Your gaze is a creative tool that tells the energy of the cosmos exactly which reality you would like to experience next. This is why your mindset is the most powerful laboratory in the entire world for creating big changes. The bridge between science and spirituality is found in the understanding that we are all interconnected within a massive, invisible web of light. This quantum field, or divine matrix, connects your heart to every star in the sky and every opportunity that currently exists in your future. Because you are an inseparable part of this field, you don't have to go out there to find your new reality or chase it down. You simply have to activate the resonance of that reality within your own energetic system to draw it toward you. You are a magnet made of stardust, capable of pulling the most magnificent experiences into your daily physical life. The difficulty we face is often just a habit of the mind that insists on treating the world as a rigid, unchangeable machine of gears. Once you accept that you are an energetic being living in an energetic universe, the old rules of physics no longer have to apply to you. You begin to understand that a miracle is just an event that follows quantum laws instead of the outdated laws of the material world. By embracing the science of the leap, you are giving yourself the freedom to bypass the how and step directly into the now. The universe is not a wall to be climbed, but a fluid ocean of light waiting for you to dive in. As we move forward, remember that your body is a magnificent antenna designed to broadcast and receive the frequencies of your highest destiny. You are not just a passenger on this planet. You are the driver of an incredibly sophisticated biological and spiritual vehicle. The leap is not something you do with your muscles. It is something you do with your awareness and your conviction. When you finally decide that the old reality no longer fits, the energy within your atoms will respond by jumping to a new height. You are ready to transcend the ordinary and step into the extraordinary, supported by the very laws of the universe itself. The transition into a new reality begins when you realize that the future is not a distant place, but a collection of infinite radio stations playing simultaneously. Your consciousness acts as the tuner, scanning through the static of everyday life to find the specific frequency of the life you desire to inhabit. Choosing the next step or rung on your ladder isn't about climbing with physical effort, it is about shifting your internal resonance. When you change your vibration, the world around you has no choice but to rearrange itself to match your new broadcast. This is the moment you stop being a spectator and become the intentional director of your own cinematic experience. Every time you make a decision rooted in your new self rather than your old history, you are collapsing a specific quantum wave into a physical fact. Most people live in a loop, choosing the same reactions and thoughts today that they had yesterday, which keeps them locked on the same energetic floor. To access a new reality, you must be willing to think greater than you feel and act as if the shift has already occurred. This creates a powerful magnetic pull that draws the events, people, and opportunities of that higher level directly into your current field. You are essentially voting with your energy for the version of the universe you wish to live in right now. The new reality is not something you create from scratch. It is a pre-existing state of being that you simply choose to inhabit through your awareness. In the quantum field, every possible version of your life, the one where you are healed, the one where you are wealthy, the one where you are at peace, already exists. These versions are like dormant seeds waiting for the water of your attention and the sunlight of your belief to spring into physical life. When you stop giving power to the old story of who you were, those old neural pathways begin to fade away. You are clearing the space for a much more magnificent architecture of the soul to be built in its place. In this state of expanded consciousness, you begin to notice synchronicities, those meaningful coincidences that act as road signs telling you that you are on the right track. These signs appear because you have successfully bridged the gap between your inner world and the outer fabric of reality. When you align with a higher step, the universe responds with a series of clues that make the path feel guided and supported. You no longer have to force doors open. The doors simply dissolve because they were only barriers created by your previous, lower frequency state of mind. You are now walking through a world that reflects your highest intentions rather than your deepest fears. Choosing a new reality requires a level of spiritual courage, because it often means letting go of the safety nets that kept you small and comfortable. Your ego will try to convince you that the old floor is safer than the new step, even if the old floor is full of cracks and sorrow. You must learn to trust the invisible energy of the quantum leap more than the visible evidence of your current physical surroundings. This is the void where true magic happens, the space where you are no longer the old you, but not yet fully the new you. In this sacred gap, your conviction is the only bridge that will carry you safely across to the other side. The new reality is also a communal experience. As you raise your individual consciousness, you contribute to the global leap of humanity as a whole. When one person dares to step into a reality of abundance and grace, they create a ripple effect that makes it easier for others to do the same. You are essentially lighting up a new path in the collective field, showing that the old laws of struggle are no longer the only way to live. Your personal transformation is a gift to the world, proving that we are not bound by the limitations of the past. By choosing your next level, you are helping to rewrite the blueprint for what it means to be a human being. To stay anchored in this new reality, you must practice radical presence, refusing to let your mind drift back into the grievances or limitations of yesterday. If you constantly look back at the step you just left, you risk losing your balance and slipping back down into the old frequency. The new reality requires a new language, new habits, and a new way of treating yourself and others with profound kindness and respect. You are the gardener of this new landscape, and it is your job to pull the weeds of doubt before they can take root. Treat your new state of being as a sacred sanctuary that deserves your absolute protection and devotion every single day. As we conclude this exploration of the new reality, remember that the power of choice is the greatest engine of change ever gifted to the human soul. You are never stuck, never trapped, and never truly limited by anything other than the boundaries of your own imagination and belief. The leap is available to you in every single breath, in every single thought, and in every single moment of focused intention. You have the map, you have the science, and you have the divine permission to step into the life you were always meant to lead. Welcome to the higher version of yourself. The view from this new level is absolutely breathtaking. a practical exercise for transformation. To begin this practice, find a quiet space where you can sit comfortably and close your eyes to shut out the physical world. Take 3 deep, conscious breaths, imagining that each inhale is pulling pure, golden light into your heart and each exhale is releasing old stories. Feel your body becoming lighter, as if the density of your muscles and bones is dissolving into a field of shimmering, vibrating atoms. You are moving away from being a body in space and becoming consciousness in the quantum field, where all things are possible. In this state of stillness, you are no longer defined by your past, but by the infinite potential of this exact moment. Now, visualize 2 distinct platforms in front of your inner eye. One represents your current reality, and the other is your new reality. The platform you are standing on feels familiar, but it may feel heavy, gray, or slightly cramped, holding the echoes of your old limitations. Look across the gap to the second platform, which is vibrating with a brilliant, iridescent light and holds the version of you that is thriving. See that version of yourself. Notice how they stand, how they breathe, and the look of absolute peace and joy on their radiant face. This is not a dream. This is a real, existing frequency in the quantum field that is calling you home. Before you make the jump, identify one specific heavy weight or old belief that you are finally ready to leave behind on the old platform. It could be the belief that life is hard, a specific fear of failure, or a grudge that has been draining your precious energy. Imagine yourself physically unbuckling this weight and letting it drop to the floor of the old reality with a loud, final thud. You cannot take the baggage of the old world into the high-frequency atmosphere of the new one. You must travel light. Feel the immediate relief in your shoulders and heart as you detach from the identity that no longer serves your highest good. Now, focus all of your attention on the heart center of that higher self standing on the new platform across the quantum gap. Feel a cord of light connecting your heart to theirs, pulling you forward with a magnetic force that is much stronger than any fear. On the count of 3, you are going to mentally leap across the space, leaving the old version of your life behind forever. 1. Feel the energy building in your cells. 2. See the new reality becoming vivid and solid. 3. Feel yourself landing softly and perfectly on the new platform, merging instantly with the most empowered, joyful, and successful version of yourself. As you land in this new state, take a moment to marinate in the sensory details of this higher frequency and new environment. What does the air smell like here? How does it feel to breathe without the weight of those old, heavy worries pressing on your chest? Notice the sense of knowing that permeates this space, a deep, unshakable certainty that you are exactly where you are supposed to be. Your cells are now vibrating at a higher rate, and your DNA is receiving new instructions to manifest health, wealth, and love. Stay in this feeling until it becomes more real to you than the room you are currently sitting in. To anchor this leap into your physical life, choose one small quantum action that you will take as soon as you open your eyes. This action should be something the new you would do, such as sending a brave email, drinking a glass of water with gratitude, or smiling at a stranger. By taking a physical action, you are signaling to the universe that the internal shift is real and that you are committed to this path. You are grounding the lightning of your spiritual insight into the soil of your daily, material existence. This small step acts as the seal on your quantum contract, ensuring that the old reality can no longer hold you back. Open your eyes slowly and look around your room, but do so through the eyes of the person who just conquered a new dimension. Understand that while the furniture might look the same, the energy behind it has shifted because the observer, you, has fundamentally changed. Do not look for evidence of the old life. Instead, look for the tiny glitches of grace that prove the new reality is beginning to form. You might see a specific color, hear a meaningful song, or receive an unexpected message that confirms your leap was successful. Trust these signs, for they are the universe's way of whispering, "Welcome to your new home." Repeat this exercise every morning for the next 21 days to permanently wire this new frequency into your brain and your heart. The more you visit this new platform, the more natural and solid it will become, until the old reality feels like a distant, half-forgotten dream. You are a master of energy, a weaver of light, and a conscious traveler through the infinite hallways of the great Creator. Go forth today with the confidence of someone who knows that the hard way is over and the miraculous way has begun. You didn't just watch a video, you just changed the entire trajectory of your soul's journey. If this message resonated with your soul today and you felt the shift in your energy, please give this video a like. When you click that button, you aren't just supporting the channel, you are sending a signal to the universe that you are ready for more light and more expansion. It is a simple physical act that anchors your intention and helps this frequency reach others who are also looking for their way out of the struggle. Your like is a ripple of positive energy that expands the collective consciousness of our digital tribe. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a step on this journey of awakening. By joining our community, you are surrounding yourself with high vibrational content that will keep you aligned with your new reality every single day. We are building a sanctuary here for those who dare to leap beyond the ordinary and embrace the miraculous. We would love to have your unique light as part of our growing family of conscious creators. Finally, I want to hear from you. Leave a comment below with the phrase, "I accept my new reality," to seal this quantum leap into your physical life. Sharing your experience helps to ground the energy and inspires others to take their own courageous steps forward. Thank you for being here, for your beautiful attention, and for choosing to shine a little brighter today. I will see you in the next video, on the next level of our infinite journey together.